Patients admitted to this hospital for mental health care were confined behind steel doors in rooms resembling prison cells. Creedmoor Psychiatric Center opened in 1912 as a small farm colony intended to relieve overcrowding at Brooklyn State Hospital. Over the following decades, the campus grew into a massive complex housing more than 7,000 patients. By the late 1970s, reports described frequent assaults and abuse throughout the facility, while one woman's chart documented 50 seclusion orders in just 2 weeks. As New York eventually moved away from large state facilities, Creedmoor's population declined and entire buildings were emptied. Today, locked wards, treatment areas, and isolation rooms remain abandoned throughout an institution that ultimately suffered from the same overcrowding it was created to relieve. Let's explore.
Good morning, everybody. It's currently 6:35 a.m. and we are going to start exploring this abandoned psychiatric center. We got in here a little after midnight last night and pretty much crashed right away. And I was here about a year and a half ago. We came in, slept in the same room, did something very similar to last night, but woke up, got really hungry, decided to leave, and then we just never came back. So I actually started filming Creedmoor here, but I only got to see the top floor and really nothing else, not even the whole floor if I remember correctly, before it was time to go. So today, we're gonna see the entire thing, but not only are we gonna see the building that we're inside of right now and that we slept in, but we're gonna take the tunnels, go have some fun, and get into some of the more semi-active parts, I guess you could say. And we'll have more on that later. But for now, we're just gonna see some of these rooms, which we more or less skipped over last night. We took a peek in them and they looked very empty, in which they are pretty empty. However, there's a lot of little treats inside of these cells. And I remember that very, very, very specifically based off what I found last year. Guys, what we're gonna do is I went down that hallway already. Kyle's gonna start going down there. I think me and Tom are gonna walk down this hallway, and then once we're all done on this top floor, we're gonna reconvene here and go down. So, without further ado, again, let's explore. Oh, I absolutely love this. I've seen this top floor already, guys, but this is just amazing. Definitely one of my favorite shots, and it's just so beautiful out. The birds are chirping. I believe the sun is starting to come out. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I really don't remember what to expect exactly as we're going along. I just remember what's at the end of some of these hallways. And so we're gonna come out into this central meeting or atrium area almost. Ovens, fridges. So I wonder, Tom, if this was also like a central kitchen area, kind of like Kings Park. I wonder if that's how this worked.
It's gotta be like there's stoves everywhere.
There are, I feel like this was moved.
Yeah.
This was in the hallway. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the chair when I came last year or whenever it was. I think I chose this to be the chair of the episode. That's actually a shame that this is moved. Where was this? Was this with the balls in the hallway? Or no, that was a regular blue wheelchair.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bed there.
Dang, that's just really disappointing because this was a beautiful shot, but there's hundreds of other wheelchairs. And guys, if any of you know what building we're going into based off where we are right now when we take the tunnels, you know that it's wheelchair central through here. So there's going to be lots of chairs of the episodes potentially. But I'll turn show you this perspective one last time before we keep going. And yeah, we're gonna shoot on down these hallways. Huh. All right. Let's see. So this is gonna go all the way down. Just like the other ones. And I'm assuming this is probably gonna do the same exact thing. Let's see. Oh, actually, no. I don't think so. Wow, it's very hard to move in here. Watch your footing there. What's this? Bathroom. Big bathroom. I don't think there's a reason for us to go in there. That's humongous. This is actually a really nice looking shot. However, we're gonna turn to our left and go down here. I don't remember really what to expect at this point in time now, because after seeing all this, I'm doubting that I actually saw the entire top floor when I came the first time around. There's just so many little splits in the way that we're supposed to go. Let's see. Wow. That looks gnarly. Woke up at the perfect time. Didn't want to miss sunrise. However, decided that with the lack of sleep, it was better to not get up at the crack of dawn, because we are going to be in here for the entire day. Guys, I heard a massive bang, and it's Tom moving the wheelchair because it just deserves to be in a better place than that danky old hallway. No, this isn't the same one, is it?
No.
This isn't the same one.
No, someone's just thrown that down there.
Oh my goodness, you know,
Stairwell.
this deserves...
That's too good a chair to just be
Yeah, no.
thrown in a shower.
I wouldn't say that this deserves to be the chair of the episode yet, because I think they're going to get better. But you're right, that does not deserve to be thrown at the bottom of a stairwell. That deserves to be right under the exit sign in a really peely hallway. That looks crazy. Holy moly. Oh, wow. Holy. It just keeps going and going. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Huh. Was there a fire in here? Or is this all just naturally colored? Yeah, it is plastic. Or metal, yeah. Sheet metal. It looks like plastic. Why is there so much of it?
And what is it for?
Yeah, what would this have been to? I mean, there's an incredible amount of it littered on the floor here. Nope, that's not the ballroom.
No, down there.
Down here, it might be.
There's another corridor on the right. No, that's the day room. This is another corridor.
Let's see. I remember it was like at the edge of a bend. Like it was around a turn. Oh, this looks so cool. I mean, I think we can see what we were talking about with repetitiveness though. It's going to be the same thing once we start dropping down, most likely. This is a little different. That's very cool. Just the way that the light is coming through the windows looks so amazing. All of these rooms are empty. And then one thing, I don't think we pointed this out yet, Tom. If you look at every door, there's no way for them to open and close the doors from the inside.
So these must have been cells because they're all great.
Yeah, I think so.
And they're different colours. So that would make sense. a radiator, a bit of that.
Look at that peeling paint up in the corner. Looks so beautiful. It should get easier to see some of this detail as it lights up as well. We'll have less shadows to deal with, but I mean, look at the way the light is just coming in on the ground. So I think we've reached the end of this side, haven't we? Oh, we can literally just walk out right here. Yeah. We don't know what's actually like right below us. No one on the street below. You can see just how close through the grates the neighbors all are. So we do have to be mindful while we're in here, but it's really leaving later that we have to be careful of. Ooh. And there's Kyle at the end. All right, we have not been down this hallway yet. It's super decayed. Empty. Empty. This is definitely the best decay though so far. 100%. Mr. Kyle, how are you doing? What do you think?
That's awesome.
Cool. Did you find the wheelchair shot with the balls yet on the ground?
Completely further in.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's so pretty. Looking for the laundry room right here. Turn my light on for this. Oh. 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 That's so beautiful. He wasn't kidding. That's amazing. There's still clothes left on the ground over here. Wow. No, wait, this is crazy. Look at this. Queens Family Care Special Olympics? Oh, wow. So many random little things left in here. I shouldn't say little. Some of this stuff is huge. There's so many mattresses. I don't want to step on all of this. Huh. Ow. What the fuck? Bruh, what is this? Where are we? Sorry guys, I'm falling all over the place right now. Oh, it's a dead end. Are you kidding me? So it wasn't this way. This looks insane like this though. Holy moly.
Chairs and shit.
Huh. There's a ton of stuff in here. Look at that.
Is that table tennis? Table?
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Good eye. That's such a beautiful shot. Oh, that's great right there, Tom. I see the vision. I don't think we've been down this hallway yet. Oh, dude. I think we may have been wrong. I think we're gonna walk in on that hallway right now. Yes, we are. I can see the balls. The colorful balls. We almost missed this, and I'm so happy that we kept looking, because if we dropped down another floor, didn't find this, and then just left because we didn't have the time, I'd be so upset. This is awesome. I remember walking in on this on accident. I didn't even know this was a shot when I came here the first time around. The wheelchair is so decrepit. There's so many balls. We're gonna slip on one of these if we're not careful. And we're still looking for Kyle. He should be down the hallway somewhere, but that is so cool. Stay. And just like that, we found Kyle at the end of the hallway, unexpectedly, but we're now a giant group. Once again, this is literally just about the final thing we have to see before we head down. I think there might be one other hallway, but this is just absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys are loving this as much as I am. Are you serious?
It's going to be the same.
Yeah. Might as well just see it though. Hopefully there's not as much graffiti on some of these. Some hospital beds and gurneys. It's at least worth a look. It's going to be repetitive. It looks like there's stuff in the middle too, so it's not as pretty of a shot. But definitely worth a quick 5-second walkthrough, in my opinion. Just to say we saw it. There's stairs to my right. And wow. A very beautiful bathroom. That's gorgeous. And yeah, there's not a lot of graffiti on these cells. Ooh, I almost walked right by this.
Yeah, that's the chair I was talking about.
Look at these guys. There's actual grates, like a fishnet, on the actual cells. Huh. What about the door handles? Nothing here. So some doors have handles on both sides. Some have handles on the one side and a lock on the other. And some are just straight cell-like doors like this, where there's no way to unlock on the inside, and the outside is the only place that you can control and open it. So that's basically a full-on cell. So we don't know if some of these wings are for the more dangerous inmates or patients, or if it was just kind of mixed, but these hallways are all a little different. The rooms are similar, but the hallways and the doors are absolutely stunning. Whoa. Vending machine. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's so cool. Really old.
Okay.
This corner faces us like right towards the
Down here?
kind of trailers, yeah.
Okay, so we don't need to go down there then. We can just flip this way. Looks like I found another hallway, and at this point I think it's safe to assume I have not seen really any of this repetitive, but I'm probably not gonna do any kind of full walkthrough of this in the future. I might come back, but this is it in terms of shooting a full video. I don't want to miss anything, but the rooms down to the structure and how it's organized are pretty much all the same. There's just some furnishing and different decay in each one that's adding to it. And so, yes, this store says I'm not crazy. I'm sure that's how everyone felt that was at Creedmoor. However, a lot of them were crazy. All right, guys, we found Kyle, we've got Tom, we've seen the entire top floor, it is time to head down and check out the second to top floor. Not sure at all what to expect. We've seen photos of this place, we've seen multiple videos, but I could not tell you with certainty what's actually going to be down here. I'm gonna assume pretty similar, probably a bunch of cells with the central meeting areas. Definitely more tagged up, that's for sure. A lot more graffiti. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, we didn't have to go very far. Well, wow. What the heck? What kind of bike is this?
How the fuck do you get that in here?
You drive it.
Where's the engine?
We think that this was moved over somewhat recent times. Let's push down this hallway. And take a look. Fairly empty. We'll swing back. Try not to trip on all the stuff in this hallway. This is probably a bathroom. Yeah. We haven't really stepped in any bathrooms yet, but there's not much to see, really, besides the grated windows. And so we should be able to just close this side out right here, as long as there's nothing down here. But this could be a cell block for all we know. Huh, LOL. There's stairs with a desk. The sunlight, the way it's coming through, guys, is definitely different now that we're not on that top floor. It still looks absolutely amazing. And look how small the viewing windows are. Look at, they were so much bigger on the other ones. Look how tiny these were. Are there handles on both sides? Kind of, yeah. Okay. Ish. This is so lit up. Oh, I think I see a chair. I see two chairs. I see a lot of chairs. Wow, whoa, whoa. What the heck is this? Happy first birthday. That's so cool. A green chair, and then the chair. Look at this. That's so ornate. Don't touch that, that's a little loud. There's another one on the other side. But let's push into here, and I think that this is the end, actually, yeah. Huh. And more cells. Cells or dorms. We'll have to see what the locks look like. Empty. Pull out of here. More stairs there. No patients allowed in this room. Guys, Tom just told me that this part of the building was used by the NYPD for their transport and their auto services at some point. Long time ago. I don't know when, but that's what this portion of the building was for.
Around 2009, I think.
2009. Okay. So we have a very destroyed room. Wow. What the heck is going on down here? I don't think that these are cells. There's stairs there. Look at this. Those rooms are baby blue on the inside. That's like actually so pretty.
Oh, look.
Is this the Crime Watch? Crime Stoppers, I think it says. No. Crime Division? Yeah, Crime Division. That's what it is.
Possibly like auto something.
Yes. So do you think these were shops or offices / administration for the police department then?
Yeah, this was definitely last used.
By the police, by what, NYPD. Whoa, what is this? Why is this here? Is that a bathrobe? Or just a sweater? It's a trench coat. Alright, let's turn the corner. And wow, there's a lot of crap in this hallway. We'll try not to trip. If I can keep the camera steady through this, you guys have to like and subscribe. Just kidding. But it would be much appreciated, especially if you want to see many more explorations like this. Then watch me do pretty risky, entertaining, fun, and dumb things. Oh, yeah, there we go, through the floor. On cue. Okay, guys, I think we're getting somewhere. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yes. There's like police uniforms in here.
Is this the evidence room or? Whoa. Whoa. I like want to look at some of this stuff. Like, what could that be? That's insane. Do you see any police outfits?
Scrubs.
They look like scrubs. I don't see anything police related yet or evidence related now that I'm thinking about it. No NYPD signs or anything. Okay, this is insane.
Okay, more. This is what we've been looking
Yep. But it's still closed off certain parts of it though. That's still true.
It's much harder to negotiate around this.
What's that? Just a bathroom? Whoa. This is okay. No, this is what we were missing. This is exactly what we were missing. Holy crap. Alright, that's a dead end behind us. What is this?
This is clothes.
That looks insane. I don't even know if we really want to walk in there, but I kind of do at the same time. Let's take a step at least. I think it's worth peeking at. Wow. Yeah, there is more behind there. Look at these. Are these pajamas or?
Yeah.
Dude, oh no, that's crazy. Hold on. Can you grab the other end of that?
You would look so good in that.
You would look.
It's wide.
Yeah, why is it so wide? I'm really trying not to trip. There's so much stuff on the ground. I see a chair. It does stand out, but I don't feel like it stands out as much as I need it to. Yeah. We're gonna hold off on that charity episode. It got a little cleaner though. Not as much graffiti, or at least for like 5 seconds. I think I'm about to eat my words on that one. Whoa. Wait, this is sick. What? Wait, that's really cool. Wow. You do this everywhere we go, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Imagine they just turn on. Okay, so these cells, at least we know that every single hallway like this is going to be cells.
You know what? These doors have been changed for when it must have been police department.
Yeah, you're right. These are regular administration doors. So these, they were probably cells, but they're probably just not anymore. Look at this. What are all these signs for? Cross Island Parkway?
Gym.
There's a gym?
A children's gym.
Where?
Up.
Yeah, this must have been a kid's area. Guys, there's a bowling ball here, and it weighs literally next to nothing. Why? It's rubber. It's probably for safety because they probably didn't trust them with actual bowling balls. That was probably considered a weapon. Let's spin. Go into here. This room looks like it could be pretty interesting. It's just filled with files. Try to zoom in there. Wow. This is insane. Definitely more administration now, though. These doors were definitely changed, you're right. Wow. That actually kind of startled me. This is so cool.
This is a little office.
1979.
83.
Oh, I was reading that.
Yeah.
What is this? No, 79.
79. It's 83.
It's old. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, this is so sick. I'm actually in love with this place. These kind of psych centers and asylums, mental health facilities are my favorite kind of abandoned places, guys. Nah, this is like the level, or this is like the rules, dude, for... Okay, it makes sense now.
Bowling.
I am absolutely obsessed with this room. I've been taking photos in here for like the last 10 minutes, but we're gonna turn and come out of here. Tom's been telling me that there's a room down here, which is just loaded. First of all, this hallway is insane. Let's just mention that. I'm literally tripping on, well, everything you can possibly imagine. Whoa. Whoa.
All the pictures they did skiing.
Whoa. 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 Okay. This is too much. This is too much stuff. I don't know where to start. We're not even going to start. Office of the President of Queens of the City of New York. Citation of Honor is presented to Queens Special Olympics and recognition for 20 years of dedicated service. I don't know what else to say. These photos are kind of grabbing my attention. Like, were these family members? Or was this part of the facility?
These have got to be part of the activities that they must do. So this could potentially be part of the Special Olympics that they were doing. There's swimming, you know, don't know what that is, but you know, you can see it.
Basketball, pickleball, golf. This is nuts. We can see a wider perspective from this corner. And then, is there anything in this room over here? Oh my gosh. Why am I even asking that? Of course there is. Of course there is. There's a sledge? What the heck? Oh, a sled.
Yeah, sledge. And
You call it a sledge? We call it a sled.
it's probably spelled the same.
Anything in there? Or just a bunch of chairs and desks? That's still sick. Very sick. I think we can push into here now.
This room is heavily decayed.
Oh, I like this. I knocked over floor tape milk crate. Wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh. It's like not safe in this room. I'm going to keep this clip in just because of how many times crazy things are going to happen. at the mural. Holy. Very peely back here. So you already went down here, you said?
Yeah, there's nothing down there.
Nothing.
I mean, it looks cool with the doors, but there is nothing in any room.
I'm not even sure those are cells.
No, well, they will have been. They will have been.
Yeah, just repurposed.
Yeah.
Still administration.
All been.
You can tell with the drop ceiling too, especially over here. The colors are cool. That contrast is really nice, but I think at this point we're probably going to end up just heading back down this way. There's
left, I think, is where we've got to go.
yeah, and then loop around, and then there's one more floor before the basement, and that floor, the one below us, does not have open windows, so we will need light for the first time on this exploration.
Yeah, like the corner.
So we've already been that way, right?
Yeah. Not like
There might be another wing to go off.
That's insane. The graffiti, in a weird way, adds to this with the colors. Like, oh my goodness.
that's like good sign.
Look at it. You peeled it in. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. There's no way. There's no way.
I did not know that was here.
Oh. You really just opened that, like, randomly.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually insane. I didn't know this was in here. Did you know this was in here?
I did not know this was in here.
Oh.
I think we need to make sure we open more doors then.
Yeah.
I've opened most of the doors.
This is insane.
Say, Oh, I think my patient's got something to say.
Oh, you caught me at a good time. Guys, you know in every single video we do one thing and one thing only. What is that? We choose a chair. And in this video, nothing changes. This chair is the chair of the episode. We didn't even know it was in here. I mean, I'm sure a shot has come along somewhere on Instagram or something, but we had no idea it was in here. There's nothing else in this entire section. Tom opened up this one door, and this perfect dentist chair was here. So without further ado, I anoint this the official Luke Explores chair of the episode. It's special, like it's actually special this time around. I love it. Let's keep going. This is insane. Let's explore. All right, guys, I could spend hours in that dentist room, but we gotta move on. These blue hallways resemble the fire department again. I don't think that's the section that we're in or even near at this point in time, but that's what it looks like. We got stairs here and then a couple of very interesting looking sections. This is empty in here. Tom is doing something in the other room. He's, what the? That's insane. Wait, that's crazy. It's just in the middle of the room. I went in there and I was like, guys, Tom's doing something in there. He was doing something all right. That's insane. Why is it just there? And why is it have this backdrop? Like, of all backdrops. This is just nuts. That is decay central right there. Oh my gosh, there's more bikes in here. Or at least one more bike. And then another corridor with cells. These actually look like cells. Oh, these look really cool. They're all white. Oh my goodness. Dude, even down this hallway. Like, what is that? Are those chairs? Wheelchairs? We gotta go to the cells first. Look to your right down there. It just keeps going. What the heck? Actually, no. I know they were cells. They're just covered up. Oh my goodness. Token exchange. Look at that. Wow.
9 tokens gets you a bracelet.
That's insane. 30 tokens get you a book. That's kind of sad.
3 tokens gets you cigarettes.
But 30 gets you a book.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Look at that.
Oh.
That's gorgeous. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words, like just completely. What? Oh, this is so gorgeous. You want to know what? I don't think that these were cells. There's not even grates on the windows. Oh, okay, there's a grate on that window, but there wasn't on these windows unless they were removed. So yeah, maybe this does turn into a school right here. Yeah, wait, look at developmental center. It doesn't say much more than that, but
That's what obviously this area was, because that is very much like for young kids learning,
I don't know what they would teach them. I mean, just manners.
basic stuff.
Yeah,
Very,
like
very
real
basic
life
stuff.
stuff, I guess. So cool. Bathroom. That's the room we were in. And, Tom, it's not what we thought. It's only a single wheelchair. It's still really cool. But not quite what we thought. We'll close this side of the hallway up by looking into this beautiful, look at this, this is a beautiful bathroom. Psych! Moving on to the next. Yeah, that actually looks crazy. Yeah, so I think I've come to the conclusion at some point in time, all of these were cells and then some were converted to other uses, like a developmental center, the police station. Saw something about the fire department. Wow. Oh my gosh. It's just too much to even look at everything. We kind of just have to scan and go a little bit because we have so much more to see. I haven't talked about it since this morning, but we're doing multiple other buildings today in this complex that are going to be separate videos at some point in time. Wow. The contrast between, I don't want to say untouched, but decay and everything being left in an undestroyed condition is pretty nice. And then that's the end of the hallway here with this room. And for the first time on this exploration, minus 1 or 2 clips, we're gonna power the light on, and I'm going to keep the battery very low. I'm gonna keep it at 8% for right now because I need it for the entire day. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not gonna shut it off yet. Actually, yes I am. No light needed. Maybe it's just in some parts where we need to use it. Not sure. I'm gonna wait for them and then we're gonna keep going, but I think it's gonna get dark at some point here. traverse down these hallways and see where they go. What the fuck? That's insane. The thing is crazy. Alright guys, we've been walking around for a few minutes and it doesn't really seem like there's much on this bottom floor worth documenting. It's all just beat up rooms. I mean, there's a little bit of cool decay here and there, but nothing of note really so far. Even the windows are starting to get covered up with plywood and not make the rest of the interior look as pretty. However, this is cool, and there's an open door.
Should we go out?
That's out into the courtyard.
Should we?
Yes. Wow. Oh. So how much more do we actually have to see on this floor then?
I mean, there's a lot of, there's a lot of floor still to do. I think it's going to be mostly empty.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, well, let's finish it out then. There can't be that much more left. None of these corridors have had anything in them, so. Punch your grandma, it says.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, the computer room, the evidence room. Just let me look at this crap. So much stuff in here to avoid. Yeah, that's so sick. That's actually so sick. We found it on accident again. Full of police and court records here on the ground. Some old monitors in the corner. Tons of chairs. This is awesome. Oh, look at that. What is that?
This is a computer for a massive.
Oh my gosh. This is a voice identifier. I've never seen one of these abandoned before. Wow. I've never seen one of these in person before in general, I don't think. Batteries or some kind of communication devices, radios. Wow.
Oh, they're actually, that's potentially part of this building.
What is this though?
That's showing the damage. Here. 1996.
What the heck?
Center gable cap. Curved band gable cap, 1996.
Okay guys, so straight out of that evidence room, we found ourselves in another corridor. Obviously at one point these were cells converted to more administration, office spacey type facilities. Looks like we have a little gym with some equipment left. Huh, look at that. That's so weird. Huh. Just keeps going and going. Wonder what other goodies we're gonna find in here. We've literally been in this one building exploring it now for like 5 hours, and we planned on maybe 3. So we're trying to get a move on, but there's just so much stuff at every turn. Looks like this is just gonna be a dead end as per usual though. So I don't even think we need to really film any more corridors like this one. I think this is probably it. What the heck? Where am I? Okay, well there's nothing worth them seeing down here so far, but there's a hole blown into the wall back here. Okay, wow. Lockers. Wow. Beds and cabinets. Wow. It's just very furnished. I mean, I don't know, guys. What should we tell them? Oh, there is a hydrotherapy tub. That's kind of sick. And an exam chair here, too. Huh. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. There's another hydrotherapy tub here. And a bunch of other stuff. Huh. Wow. Oh gosh. What is this? That's so cool.
There's a lot of keyboards.
Yeah, there is. Well. Wow. Okay. Well.
Maybe. Oh, it's. Oh, shit.
Wheelchair. Basement, here we come. So we have options. We can either go down there, or if I turn the camera and pan right, we have this as an option. Wow. Beauty salon. Let's see what this is all about. Alright everyone, so Tom and Kyle went to the other side of the basement when we were filming that one part. There was nothing down there, so we've seen everything that there is to see. But there's one more thing to do, and that is find these tunnels. We're not really sure where to look for them other than obvious tunnel entrances, so we're gonna go figure that out, and then it's time to go do a somewhat even more exciting exploration, which is insane to say because what we just did was incredible, especially those top 2 or 3 floors. So we're gonna go find these tunnels, and then let's keep exploring. We'll see you soon. Where? Where?
Here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just blind.
Literally right in front of our faces. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get it open. I'm staring at this like, where is it? Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. This was insane. Probably my favorite psych center. Actually, I take that back. Definitely my favorite psych center I've ever seen. Tom, did you enjoy?
That was stacked. It was a good one. Yeah.
Kyle?
Absolutely loved it. Amazing.
3 for 3. That only means one thing. We keep going. The tunnels are right behind us. We don't really know what we're doing, but we kind of know what we're doing. So we're going to go figure it out. And on 3, 1, 2, 3, let's explore.